Welcome back to our top 20 impactful player countdown. Going into the X Games.
Going into the X Games, it's important to know people in the chat. Not of all time, because Karma would probably be 1 or 2.
Yeah, we just put Karma at 16th, the overall office consensus. And some people that are kind of take things into account with this Optic Gaming team agree. And then there's others who are just kind of mad that Karma isn't number 1 at something for once.
Well, because Optic should be 1, 2, 3, 4.
In some people's eyes, they should be. But yes, we're going to start counting down now from 15 to 11. Some obviously huge names in this list. I think you guys will be more than surprised to see some of them here. But starting off at number 15
this one's a little surprising.
Who did we take a look at?
So 15 is going to be Parasite from Team Caliber. Now, before we talk about Parasite, I'll just break down his stats card right here. So his first time competing at the, or not actually his first time competing, he was on Envy. So that's a little wrong, but he was on Envy at the 2014 X Games, right, Jack?
SMG Slayer.
Yeah.
1.01 overall KD.
Right.
1.20.
S&D play. S&D player of the season.
More than deserving.
2 seasons in a row. All right. So yeah. But the real thing about Parasite really has been his attitude with his other teammates.
Yeah.
Over the past couple days, weeks, month, maybe.
A while. It's always been that way in his career.
But put away the attitudes, put away everything. Parasite is extremely talented.
Absolutely.
If they can work past whatever, this team will still lose to OG in the first round, but they have a chance in the lose bracket. But
yes.
But Parasite as a player is extremely impactful. You can agree with that.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. There's a reason why. I mean, back at UMG Orlando,
right,
we were talking. Parasite was dropping 10+ kills in every S&D game, like stuff that was unmatched. He's been so strong in S&D through and through. AW. That's why we had to put him on this list here. Obviously, 12 players didn't make the cut. Parasite is not one of them, and we do have a gameplay here just showing how strong he can play when he can hold down the map for his team. This is going to be TK versus Aware at the Gfinity Spring Masters 1 Retreat CTF.
Complete rubbish, though. That's it. Well, here, let's take a look at what players are using. 2 BALs here out of the players on Aware, also having 3 BALs to start things off. They want to definitely control this pool side, and that's what they're going to do right off the start. Rated has 2 players in his sights, not able to win the gunfight, though, versus Goonjar. Parasite cleans him up with the IMR, and this is what I'm talking about. Parasite will sit here all game long and just hold this down. The flag was actually already pulled there by Nameless. Parasite going to get killed from the side. He picked up a kill there with the stun grenade on PD. Now, though, able to trade that kill is Joe, opening up the side of the map on Pool. That's going to let Aware push into TK's base.
Just caught out while he is actually using his exo abilities there, but Chop turning around just to go back, cover his flag, ready to mix kill on Nameless in a very important position. And Aware really with some control here. They need a couple of kills in and around that flag site. Not going to happen. Parasite is going to shut that down. 5-1 from him at the moment. And you know, Parasite, I would say since Black Ops 2, not necessarily at the dizzy heights that he got in that game, but very much one of the best players in America at the moment.
I hear you. Dizzy heights, a weird saying, but I'm just going to act like you never said it. Watson looking down this mid-cuts area. Nameless actually takes him out with the ASM-1. There you can see the flag in the hands of Joe. He gets taken out by Parasite. The return coming in. Parasite now in a position to pull this flag of Aware, but 7-2 to start things off. He gets taken down. You don't really want to have your IMR player pulling the flag.
No. Unfortunately, I mean, even if he had ran for that, the stuns and everything came flying in. He wouldn't have gotten anywhere anyway. So, you know, he picked up the right position, but he did just get rushed. That's unfortunate. They had that control. But that's the thing when you get 4 down. If you get 4 down, you're on base, you can't pull the flag straight away like that. There's just no way. By the time you get there, the enemy team has spawned up, flag shut down by Goonjar there, but it's just not enough time to push out. But very well played. They did have control of the map as Aware. Have actually battled back.
You can see the 2 AR players right now for TK. Very strong in the kills department. 2.0 plus KDs for both of them. The issue is that they're not able to capitalize on it so far. Like Nameless picks up a 2-piece, but then Watson answers right back with a 2-piece that he honestly probably shouldn't have gotten. Parasite should have been able to clean him up there.
Well, both these teams very evenly matched at the moment. Look at this flank.
2 players coming in from Aware. That's going to be PD leading the charge. Sharp does spot him, though.
Sharp's in trouble.
Not able to pick up that kill as the second player begins to push him from cuts. Thankfully, though, Nameless rotated back and got that kill to save Sharp's life. Parasite still trying to get the aggression going for TK. After 2.5 minutes of this game, I think we've seen
one or two teams been able to just pull the flag, and it hasn't been for anything really that far.
As we mentioned, slow game, very slow game. I think it is being slowed down by the IMRs. If we had Bals, maybe we would have something a bit more aggressive, but Parasite will allow this game to slow right down because that is where he's at his most comfortable. But wow, he just does not miss with the IMR. And PD is momentarily left all alive, and he does get the kill on the flag runner, but that's not going to stop Parasite pulling, and Aware has some work to do here.
Here's the cutoffs. These are going to be the next crucial kills. Goonjar not able to find the first kill inside the bar area. Now rotating back. Parasite getting the flag towards the jump wall.
Cover.
And really, Nameless finding those 2 kills, and then Goonjar killing Joe at bottom lobby. The difference maker there as TK gets on the board first after 2 or 3 minutes of gameplay.
Well, Parasite once again down this left-hand side, and you are not going to outshoot
He's going to
him.
keep doing this. He hasn't gone on the other side of the map once.
No, there's no point. There's literally no point. This is the choke side of the map. You literally need to hold this down so hard or make sure you're making kills in and around this area. And he has done that all game long. 13 and 5 from Parasite, just off the back of a 5 streak. He does go down on board with Goonjar.
Sharp is 5 and 5, but really he's just trying to clean up any kills or players that push a little bit too far out to make sure no sneak pulls come in. He falls there to rated yet again. You could see how the players of Aware are now trying to put more emphasis on the pool side. They're trying to get control of rocks, but 2 down now for Aware. Nameless going to lead this charge, trying to pull the flag. Finds one, finds 2. The 3-piece from Nameless, the poor body stacking. Just poor communication there from Aware. Parasite finding a kill with an IMR. Sharp finding a kill with a Bal. Nameless could stop, go and get Nando's, and come back and still cap this flag.
I heard you American guys do like the Nando's.
I don't know. The people say cheeky in front of it. It's kind of weird, but let's get back into the game here. Nameless staying alive in lobby on a 3 streak. Not able to connect with that kill. Playing ring around the rosy there with that player. Parasite comes in to help him out.
But staying alive. That's exactly what he's doing. Staying alive.
Baiting, working together as a team. Now up 2-0 in this CTF. And really, Parasite 17 and 5 on a 4 streak. He's making it happen with the IMR, making it happen with the ASM1. Really doing everything he can for his squad.
Check out the bottom of the other team, though. 3 and 13. Joe needs to step that up. I can excuse negatives, but that is pretty bad.
We're through one side of CTF on retreat, and that squad is a negative. And from then on out, TK went to take that one with ease, but you can just see what Parasite was able to do for his squad, easily locking down that pool side of CTF up against Aware. And honestly, I was kind of chuckling. Him using the IMR there fits his personality perfectly. Most teams were agreeing not to utilize that weapon at Gfinity Spring Masters when he used it all weekend long.
Right, and I mean, like we said, if he plays well, and TK can work past everything, they'll have a shot after their first round matchup.
Yeah.
But yeah, Parasite comes in at 15, going on to 14. Jack, who is it?
We're going to be seeing another player from the Wolfpack, and that's going to be Denial's Attach, the number 14 most impactful player heading into this event. He finished 5th through 8th at X Games in 2014. Flex role for his team, a .95 overall KD in the Major League MLG Pro League Season 2, 2.83 uplinks per game, 1.22 S&D KD, and that's really where Attach's impact can be felt. One thing we're talking about a lot with Attach, and what has been said time and time again throughout this entire year, was just how many times this kid can clutch the 1v1s in S&D.
Yeah, I think Benson called him like the most, like if he had to be in a situation like
the most consistent in making it happen.
Right, it would be Attach. He would love to have Attach in like a 2-on-4 situation or something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, the question always has been which Attach shows up at the event. You know, we've seen him do bad, we've seen him do amazing.
Yeah.
There were even some arguments that maybe Attach should have even been in the conversation for MVP at COD Champs because of how well he played.
Yeah.
But obviously that went to Clayster. But yeah, if Attach shows up and again plays in that COD Champs at that COD Champs level, Denial should medal.
And that's why it's an interesting spot for this team, because the more impactful player for Denial is Clayster.
Right.
And that's why we haven't seen him yet. Spoilers, just wait for later on in the show.
Yeah, in terms of impactfulness for Denial, I mean, not going to put really replays on there, just because he's doing all the dirty work. It's going to be really JCap, Attach, Clayster as far as high to low to high. So yeah, I think 14 is a good spot for Attach here.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the big question. Which Attach will we see going into X Games? You've got to hope that even though as of late there's been a lot of distractions for this Denial team, did they play together in either of the 2K or 5K this past weekend? I don't think so, because Clay was gone.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And then even when 3 of them were around, they didn't even elect to play together. I remember Attach making a video. He's been all about that YouTube grind as of late.
But
Dylan,
let me ask you this.
yeah.
If Attach gets a gold medal, or I guess silver medal, where does he rank in your all-time, like so far, players in AW?
If he gets a silver medal, I mean, he's up there, but I don't think he's like top 3.
If he gets a gold.
If he gets a gold medal, it's tough.
It's tough because he's a world champion.
Yeah, he's a world champion, and it's so easy to look past that.
Yeah.
But when you think of like overall skill, I think it's different than the, like, you know what I'm saying? So like overall skill, I don't know if I could put him in my top 5. Overall AW experience and what he's accomplished, he's definitely got an argument.
Yeah.
He's got an X Games gold and a world medal. But then again, the rest of the team is.
Let's think about it though. So like, back AW Open, they finished top 8.
Yeah.
UMG Orlando, 3rd, correct? They lose to Stunner in the losers finals.
Yeah.
And then back-to-back runner-up finishes at Season 1 championships and North American regional finals.
They've been hanging around.
Then they win COD champs, which, you know, then they beat OG in doing so.
They lose a game 5, what was it, round 11, I think, against ON? Where at Infinity, which was like really the big tipping point for this team.
And then the ESWC final was very close as well. They were up in that retreat CTF until OG decided to just, you know,
take things in their own hands.
Be OG and just win the game.
Yeah.
And then obviously everyone wasn't present at UMG Cali.
Yeah.
So I mean, really, this is like I feel like this is like the breaking point event. Like I said, if they don't like medal, I don't feel like this team is together afterwards. So.
That was number 14.
Yep.
We're going to move into number 13 now. Another player from Elevate. Max, who is it?
It's going to be the young god, TJ Haly. Our uplink player of the season for Season 2. This will be his first time competing at X Games. Doing that flex role for Team Elevate. As you can see, his stats below, 0.97 KD. What you expect out of him in the role he plays. A 1.10 S&D KD, 27 kills per game, and then 2.30 uplinks per game. That's good enough to be really uplink player of the season.
There's no interception category there.
Right.
And that's really what he does.
I mean, it would be off the charts.
Yeah.
And then 0.97 hardpoint KD and 0.87 CTF KD. But really, it's his uplink play that really deserves him to be maybe even higher on the list. If it was just an uplink category, he would be number 1.
He is the type of player that has made himself get into a spot here in Call of Duty where he's considered one of the future stars.
Exactly.
For what we've seen so far in AW, really making a big name for himself, though, at UMG Orlando all the way back in January. We're going to take a quick look at the second half of one of his most legendary performances, honestly up there for probably one of the best Call of Duty performances of all time, or moments of all time. Elevate versus, or just, Stunner versus Denial comeback uplink. Let's take a look.
Second stops. At the moment, I'm kind of got to be favouring Stunner. Not only are they ahead, but I really favour this side for them to put a lot of points down.
Especially because, I mean, at the beginning of this game, we kind of consider the side that we have Stunner on right now the more favourable side. As the game has developed and teams have gotten better at uplink, this map is kind of not necessarily a favourable side once you get to this level of competition. Now, if you do weigh in that factor of favorable, less favorable, on the less favorable side, Stunner's able to hold Denial to nothing and put up 3 points of their own. Attached here on your screen will reset the drone back into the middle and allow his team to maybe make a better play on it. 2-piece for Saints as he cleans up Vexed in TJ Haly. Now playing for control here. See if the toss is done on that drone. Maybe allow his teammates to make a play and put up some points.
He's going to pick up Perplex. You can see 2 more on the streets. He's going to try and pick it up TJ Haly. He's going to get shot when he goes for the re-challenge. Now on board with the hook. He goes down as well. Perplex is the man we're going to keep an eye on with. Coming through glass. He's going to see replays there as well. He's going to win that kill. He's going to have to go support his team. And there are a lot of bodies around here. Saints has gone down. 1 more to beat. It's going to be attached. Down bottom. He's going to just hit fire. He's got the ball. He's going to have to die and dip out with it. Doesn't know where he's going now. He's finally got a blocker in the form of Vex. Vex is going to get naded heavily. And they are going to have to just find another route, as they are going to be locked out if they try to come through the middle here. He's going to go over the top. Not going to happen. Back and forth with the hook. That ball is live. It's going to go back in favor of Zuma. Zuma walking towards yellow. He has players with him for the support. Is he going to go through? No. He's going to try and juke this one out. Teammates are going to have to clean it as well. Shots going down everywhere. Will he just run? Look at the amount of bodies he has to beat. There are 4 members of the opposite team here. He's got 2 as well. Surely he's not going to get
Shot
it
from
as well.
behind. Zuma! Not able to make the plays, but he set it up perfectly, had the right idea. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to capitalize. Zuma, though, an impressive showing at the intelligence he plays with and brings to this denial squad.
Just could not beat 4-man defense. And here we go. Looks like they're going for another push here. Saints trying to make that move go down.
Nice.
Are they going to go for the dunk? No, they're going to go for the throw into the base. Saints is going to try and make a play with it.
Final one, he's got the drone, alley-oop. Gonna make it a 1-point play. Denial, not even close to out of this one yet. 2:50 remaining. Let's see if they can rally.
There once again, trying to get a little bit of control. It's not going to happen for Flex. Is up top though, trying to do the same thing. The armor is going to save attached. He is going to get away here. And he's looking to just kind of keep control of this ball here. Possession. You can see a few members of the opposite team on his screen there from Stunner. Now, he's considering the reset. He is going to go for the reset. He knows he's outnumbered. Yeah. Doesn't want to risk it.
And also doesn't want to lose control of his own base there. If he goes down, then they're going to be in a position to score. He will toss it. There's going to be a throw in, and that will be a connection. Another uplink coming out of the guys over on Stunner. That one was by Perplex. 4-2. A dunk is needed to tie it up by Denial.
Well, Zuma's going to try for it here. He has support in the form of his teammate, and can they manage to make it through? 2 of them now there. There's going to be 3 of them pushing for this. It's only going to be 1 person left to try and get it. Zuma's going to throw it in. He has managed to stay alive. No. Is he going to be able to make a play here? 2 people he's going to beat. He's going to be able to see 1. Second one there as well. Going to get the kill before he gets away with it.
Yes, he does. Drones in play. His one player behind him. That's it. And he ties it up. Zuma with arguably the play of the game to make this one close. 1:40. Denial trying to relay some more uplinks.
Magic on the ball of Zuma at the moment, just being able to control it and get wherever he needs to go. Now, tie game. That ball is going to be in the hands of Hugh here. Hugh is in a position to do something. He's looking for it. I'm surprised he didn't try to make for a burst throw, but now Attach is going to have it. He's coming green. He has his teammates with him once more. This is dangerous. He could go for a throw if he gets up top. No, he's going to go throw. He's going to go in.
Intercepted by TJ Haly. Vexed, he's going to toss it out of bounds, and TJ Haly goes absolutely massive.
One of the greatest uplink plays I've ever seen there, to intercept it in midair with a burst and to carry it away before it can go in. TJ Haly has just kept his squad all drawn up.
That was definitely a crowd pleaser. You can hear the guys here at the venue going absolutely insane. Duke with, that's actually going to be TJ Haly. With another uplink Stunner with the 1-point lead. 30 seconds left for Denial to tie it up or take the lead with a dunk. Let's see if they can do it. 3 down though, leaving replays up. Control of the drone area is going to go to Stunner. They just got to try to get that, toss it out of bounds, waste some time. Let's see if they can. Down goes TJ, picked up by Saints here. 16 seconds left into the window. He might be able to toss it in. Goes for the throw, and he connects. We're tied up 5-5 with 8 secones remaining.
I think, ladies and gentlemen, unless TJ Haly can put this in the next 4 seconds,
he might get it. He's going to go for the toss.
Stunner will win. Stunner will win.
TJ from downtown hits the shot.
Bang.
Oh, I still get chills watching that.
Plays like that is what makes TJ Haly 13.
And he hasn't stopped. He still makes crazy interceptions happen like every other upper game.
I mean, and like to get the interception, the movement in the air to intercept it, like you hear said, with the boost and then to bring it away, and then Woods gets a huge gunfight kill on, I believe it was Zuma
at the final moments.
Yeah, and then picks up the ball, has the composure to make the shot and everything. We've seen players miss that shot extremely easily, but in the final seconds to have the composure to hit that shot makes TJ Haly such an impactful player for Elevate at the X Games.
He was number 13.
Who's number 12?
We're now moving to number 12, and he is a familiar face in the Call of Duty scene. Envy's very own Proofy.
Jordan Cannon.
A gold medalist from last year's X Games. This time around, he'll be playing with the boys in blue. He's an AR Slayer for this team. 0.92 overall KD there in the MLG Pro League Season 2. 0.87 S&D KD, struggling a little bit in that game mode, as well as CTF, averaging 25 kills per respawn. And finally, 3.34 uplinks per game. But really, the reason he's so high up for this team, Max, and the difference between him and Attach is, honestly, if Envy wants to perform well, they need Proofy.
They need Proofy.
They need him to do well. This isn't like where Attach can have those struggle games and Clay can carry so hard that they can still win. Proofy needs to do well with the bow, with Saints' bow as well, with that 2-bow setup, to be able to lock down the map. When you think of a Detroit uplink, speaking to them at UMG Cali, they struggled when Proofy would take out the ASM1 and they wouldn't be able to lock down those long sight lines.
Yeah, and even think back to Black Ops 2 when he was using the MSMC. Always a little out of his comfort role, prefers to have that AR in his hand.
Yeah.
And like I said, he is extremely important for this Team Envious lineup if they want to succeed at the X Games and if he wants to become a 2-time X Games gold medalist.
Oh, absolutely. If Proofy plays as well as we've seen him be able to play.
Right, exactly.
If he can play as well as we've seen him be able to play consistently, I don't see how Envy doesn't place top 3, to be honest.
Right.
Like, I can see Envy taking down Denial.
Yeah, they have to take down FaZe as well, too, first off.
Well, yeah. But still.
Exactly.
They make a much better run than what we saw in the bracket show earlier on. So, expect to see Envy step up this weekend. He needs to, honestly. Or else, could you possibly see a team change happen here with Envy if they don't perform well enough?
No, I don't think so. Like, I feel like the 7th seed...
Even with all these international events coming up?
Yeah, it's tough. I don't think so.
Yep.
I mean... No, I think this team stays together. The 7th seed really doesn't speak for this team as, overall as a unit, as far as their talent and, capability to win. They were in the top of the table for a very long time. They made that a miraculous run from the bottom 4 all the way into the top 4, but just couldn't really close out the season as strong.
Connor says he can see possibly Proofy going to Denial over JCap if Denial winds up making a team change. Who knows? Some crazy roster ideas,
Ross may will have it. But
there's one quick thing we need to point out. Honestly,
one thing.
Everyone's seen this 1,000,001 times, but does it ever get old?
Is it time for 1,000,002?
Yes. There's never not a time where it's time for 1,000,002. Proofy last year at X Games.
This is what he did.
The only ghost clip we have. Let's watch it.
He kind of did this.
Turning on Oracle once again. Here's the positions and a great nade. Not going to finish off Proofy. Now that trophy system goes down, and Proofy actually going to get the kill.
Can he find the second as well, though? He is going to be in the door.
Wow.
Proofy gets 2. There's one more there as well. Proofy needs to be careful because he was very weak. The wallbang's going to come in. Proofy stops shooting. He's going to look for the third. Proofy so close. There's another 3. Proofy just went huge. Oh, my God. Proofy. Oh, Lord Bucket.
Look at this, man.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Bucket. Benson just... Oh, Benson. God, I messed it up. Proofy just went huge.
Proofy did an incredible thing by picking up 4 kills against
He did.
CG.
He went huge.
He really did go huge, Max. I'll give you that one. I like that Benson impression. We were doing it last week on the show.
I mean, yeah, like...
Honestly, that's that.
If he does that
DJ
again
Haly
at the
play,
X
those are like
Games?
top 5 Call of Duty plays of all time.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Well, all time.
From what we've seen right there, I hear Hero in the background. I've never been happier in my entire
I
life.
want to be a hero.
So that was Proofy at number 12.
Number 11.
Number 11, we're going back to Elevate. Who are we going to see?
It's going to be Slacked.
Yeah.
So, people might be a little confused why he's at 11 here, but
I think so. Let me say something here.
Okay.
Everyone's with each person we've said they might be a little confused. This might be surprising.
Right.
But you need to think of their role on their team, the impact they play on their team.
Right. This isn't a top 20
and then
players.
Overall impactfulness in general for their squad. So we're not saying like let's just say Attach versus Slacked. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're saying the impact they play on their team and how much that overall weight plays in the event.
Right.
And what we're going to be seeing.
This is not the top 20 players according to stats or anything like that. This is impact.
Slacked 1.08 KD there in MLG Pro League Season 2. 2.88 uplinks per game. Most struggling game mode for himself, 0.99 overall in CTF KD. 27.24 kills per respawn. A 1.12 S&D KD. Max, what does Slacked bring to this team?
Slacked brings it's weird saying this, but like the veteranship, the leadership,
Yeah.
but even though he's so young, this team is really, everyone is really young on this team.
Yeah.
And it's weird when you consider Slack the veteran, especially on the squad, but like, we haven't seen him really in an event since UMG Orlando.
That's what we wanted to point out.
Right.
Since January, we haven't seen him at a LAN.
Yeah.
That's huge for his team.
Which is
He didn't play with them.
People are like, wait, really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he wasn't at Season 1 championships. He was on Justice. There was something that happened with that team.
He wasn't at COD Champs.
Wasn't at COD Champs.
Wasn't at any regionals, obviously.
Right. Wasn't at Gfinity.
Wasn't at Gfinity. Wasn't at ESWC.
And missed UMG Cali due to...
I think it was prom or graduation, whatever it was. Either way,
important life things.
It's been months since we've seen him play on LAN,
Right.
performed well online. Going into this event, he needs to be right there with Temp, another player we're going to talk about later on for this team. When you break down this Elevate lineup, you need Slack to be able to match or be as close as possible to Temp's slaying power, to be able to cut down these players in these close gunfights, to really open up the map for his team. Something to watch out for Slack is he's on the squad with, as you said, he's kind of got a leader role for this team. He's kind of the voice of reason. They didn't have him on their squad there at Cali. How's that going to change for this event?
Yeah.
How will it affect them? They've played together all season 2.
Right.
I mean, I expect Slack to go big here, but now he's getting to the point where he's going to be able to compete at a COD Champs next year. He's going to be able to compete at all these events. Now he needs to prove, hey, my team placed very well at X Games. I proved I can perform very well on the biggest of stages. X Game, arguably one of the top 3 events in overall magnitude each year. This is a massive event for him, and the impact he played on this team in Season 2 is a major reason why they're in this fantastic seeding here for the Season 2 players.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. And really, when you look at UMG Cali as far as Elevate's performance, Replays is not the same player as Slack. You know, as far as, you know, their roles, what they do for their team. So, Elevate has been very strong all season long. Obviously, they finished at 4th, but they were top 2 for what seems like forever, through like the middle of the season.
Yeah.
Went through some roster changes, but really finding Temp, picking him up, huge move. And then Slack and Classic have teamed together for a very long time, as far as just in general in Ghost and Black Ops 2 and everything. I believe they teamed in Black Ops 2, but definitely Ghosts. So Slack is, we've seen him explode and get in matches like when he was on Justice with Enable. That team was winning a lot of, like, was, you know, doing very well in 2Ks, doing very well in 5Ks. Did well at, was it UMG Orlando as well? I believe they lost to Elevate though. But anyway, Slack, extremely explosive player, really needs to lead this team to the medal podium.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There is your 20 through 11. So very brief recap if you are just tuning in. Let's take a look. We're going to go through this in 1 minute. Chino from Rise Nation, number 20. JCap from Denial at 19. TP from Team Envious at 18. Then we had Jurge from TCM at 17. And finally, Karma from Optic Gaming at 16. And we move on to 15 through 11. We saw Parasite there, starting things off for TK. 14th was Attach from Denial. 13th, TJ Haly from Elevate. 12th, Proofy from Envious. And 11th, Slack from Elevate. Guys, don't go anywhere. Our top 10 after this quick commercial break.